Welcome to RickRackRuby. I'm Laura Cluvo. Today we'll be making a Pompom Snowman Boy clothespin ornament. He's fun and easy, so let's get started. To make our Pompom Snowman Boy, we'll start with these wooden clothespins. I like the kind with the tapered feet. And I've painted the body of the clothespin white. This is not so much a clothespin snowman as maybe a little boy who's dressed up like a snowman. So it's kind of a boy in a snowman costume. I'm going to start by drawing the face. I like these Pigma Micron pens, Micron 01. I have red, blue, black, and brown. I think I'm just going to use black for the eyes. So I'll draw a little oval in the center of the face for each eye. Not too big. And then red for a little nose. Just a dot. A little bigger than that so you can see it. And a little smile. I think I'll use brown for his little eyebrows. And then we'll blush his cheeks. I like to put the a little folded paper towel so that I don't get blush on my working surface. That's pretty cute, but I think I can do better. I'm going to try one more. I think I'm going to do blue eyes. So same thing, little blue ovals, a little red nose, a cute little smile. That's good. And then I'll use black for the eyebrows. And then I'm going to make a little bit of detail around his eyes as well. If I weren't so lazy, I would get some white paint out and put some little lights in his eyes. So we'll blush the cheeks. So now we'll make the pom-poms. We have 3 sizes of pom-poms. The 35 millimeter, the 45 millimeter, and the 65 millimeter. I'm going to use this white acrylic yarn for all of them. I got this from Amazon. Whenever I was ordering the Pompom Makers, Amazon recommended this package of assorted colors of yarn, and of course I couldn't resist. So we're going to use the white and create 3 pom-poms. I'm going to start with the biggest pom-pom. This is 65 millimeter, and I'll wrap each side 100 times. And now this side 100 times. All right, so this pom-pom maker is wrapped 100 times each side. And now I'll make the pom-pom, but in case you haven't watched any of my pom-pom videos, this is the secret sauce. It's called Creatology Stretchy Cord. It's from Michaels. And this is what makes this project possible. So I cut off about 15 or 18 inches of the stretchy cord. And now I'm cutting the yarn. I'm cutting in the groove, both sides. Now I will tie off the pom-pom in the center with the stretchy cord. You can go ahead and pull it as tightly as you like. I've never had it break. It's miraculous. I'm not even sure what this is supposed to be used for. I think it has something to do with beads. And you can find it in the kids' crafts. Anyway, I'm tying this off several times. I want to be sure that the knot is secure. Now I will carefully open up the pom-pom maker and gently pull apart the sides. There's the center. I can easily get my index finger right in the center of the pom-pom. These little extra pieces, they're always there, whether you use the elastic or not. I'm going to insert the pom-pom onto the clothespin from the top. So it just always works better from the top. I would say the center where the elastic is, I'll put it just where the legs begin. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here to secure the pom-pom. And then the same thing in the front. Just kind of pull up the yarn and get some glue in there, right up next to the elastic. Great, that looks good. Now I'll trim out these extra little bits of yarn. Now for the next pom-pom, I will use the 45 size, and I'm going to wrap each side 80 times. And then I'll do this side 80 times. There we go, that's 80 times. And then another piece of elastic. Don't be too stingy on the elastic. You really want to be able to pull on it with both hands. So I'll tie it off and pull it tight. Then I'm going to actually go around to the other side and pull it tight. And then add a couple of additional knots, just overhand knots. I think I did a total of 4 or 5. And then I'll trim the ends of the elastic. And then carefully remove the pom-pom. There's the center. I want it resting against the bottom. I don't want it to obscure his face. So I'll get some glue in there. Put the glue right there in the back and in the front. There we go. Now I will trim out these extra ends. Now I'm starting to feel bad. I'm going to go ahead and get my white paint out and give him some little lights in his eyes before I go any further. I know I said I was too lazy, but he's gonna look better. Here's an index card. I'll use that as a palette. 1 drop. This is a bamboo skewer. And boop, boop. That's better. Aw. Now for the last pom-pom, this one is 35 millimeter, and we're going to wrap each side 40 times. For this one, we don't need the elastic. So I'll just cut a length of this yarn. And cut this up the grooves. Then I'm tying it off in the center with this length of yarn, nice and tight. And then I'll carefully remove it. I'll put some glue right in the center, and I'll place it on top of his head. Adorable. Now for his scarf, I've cut a strip of red felt. It's 3/4 of an inch by 8.5 inches long. And I think this is going to be a little bit too long, but I'd rather have extra. So I've folded it in half lengthwise, and I'm going to tie it around his neck. Now I want the ends to be on one side. I'm only going to tie it once like this, and because I like it to be like kind of up in the air, but I will add a little bit of glue in the back, right in here, and that should help to hold it. Then I think I'm going to cut this a little bit shorter and fringe the ends. I would say just a 1/2 inch from each end, and then I'll cut some fringe, maybe 5 or 6 times. Kind of fluff that out a little bit. There we go. That looks crazy. I have these little felt pieces that I cut out with a die cutting machine. These are snowflakes, there's a heart, there's a star, and I have discovered that the snowflake stickers work perfectly with this particular die cut. Now you can just use a sticker, that's fine too. I think I'll try this one. This is from Jolie's Boutique. Now on the back of the package, it definitely says 2016, so I don't know if this exact sticker is still available, but you can certainly find something similar. And just a snowflake sticker will be fine. You don't need to back it with a felt. All right, so I'm going to stick that right in the center of his little pom-pom hat. And then I think I'm going to go with the stars. So maybe this, I just want the stars to be a little bit more integrated into the yarn instead of floating way out, if that makes sense. So I'll do 2 little turquoise aqua colored stars, I think. One here and one here, right about at the belt level. That looks good. Now a hanging loop, I'm going to use the red and white baker's twine. I'm getting way down in the lower part of the pom-pom so that I know that it's secured beneath the place where it's tied off in the center. An overhand knot. Looks good from behind. Thank you for watching my tutorial. If you're enjoying my videos, please like, share, and subscribe.